Unforced Errors. I'm Jeff Stein with today's Iowa Politics Report. Both major party candidates slipped up this past weekend at various rallies. Donald Trump did a 3-hour podcast recording with Joe Rogan on Friday, which has already recorded some 27 million views on YouTube. Problem is that he was at least 2 hours late for a rally in Michigan as a result, meaning Trump himself did not hit the stage until 11 o'clock local time that night. Then Trump did a rally at State College, Pennsylvania on Saturday. All good, but the rally overlapped the start of the Penn State football game. Not a great thing to do in that part of the world. Kamala Harris, though, saw history repeat itself in Houston. Singer Beyonce was billed as appearing, with many attendees thinking that meant at least one live song being performed, since Harris uses a Beyonce song as her theme when she comes on the stage. And the campaign did absolutely nothing to dissuade anyone from making that assumption, since the announcement of her appearance came along with the promise that folks like Bruce Springsteen and Willie Nelson would be singing at campaign events. That has happened. Now, I said history repeating itself because, as you may recall, the hot rumor at the Democratic National Convention was that Beyonce would be making an appearance and performing before Harris's acceptance speech. The campaign even told media that a special guest would be on stage that night, fueling the fire for the rumor. Well, after inflated TV ratings by music fans, no Beyonce at the convention, with the campaign afterwards lamely suggesting that Harris herself was the advertised special guest. So, after the largest crowd of the Harris campaign gathered in Houston, there came Beyonce to speak behind a podium for 4 minutes or so before introducing Harris and leaving the stage. Speaking of leaving, that's what lots of people did when they figured out there would be no concert. They were lined up to leave, in fact, booing as they did. Now, are those people never Harris voters who just wanted a free show, so it really doesn't matter? Well, perhaps. But this close to a close election, it's not a good idea for either candidate to do something avoidable that could wind up alienating voters. And while each can point to some successes over the weekend, including Trump's Madison Square Garden event, unforced errors can come back to haunt a candidate. And that's the Iowa Politics Report for Monday, October 28th. On Twitter, Instagram, Getter, Threads, and Truth Social at Iowa Politics. I'm Jeff Stein on News Talk 1540 KXEL.